Hello everyone and welcome. I am Suresh Periyasamy. In our previous sessions, we discussed the accounting rules of IAS 16, the theory. Today we are shifting gears to operations and internal controls. We are going to answer the question, how do we actually manage property, plant, and equipment in the real world? A strong business process isn't just about passing an audit. It's about protecting the company's cash, preventing theft, and ensuring that the numbers on our balance sheet actually reflect reality. Today, I will walk you through a best practice lifecycle for managing assets from purchase to disposal. Effective asset management is a cycle. We break this down into 5 distinct phases to ensure nothing falls through the cracks. Acquire. This is the gatekeeper phase. It covers budgeting and approval. We need to stop bad spending before it happens. Onboard. This happens the moment the truck arrives at the dock. It involves tagging and recording. Manage. This is the longest phase. It covers the years the asset is in use, depreciating it and maintaining it. Verify. This is our sanity check. Do we actually have what we say we have? Dispose. The final exit. How do we ensure assets aren't just walking out the back door? Let's dive into the controls for each phase. Phase 1 is acquisition. The most important document here is your CapEx policy. First, you need a threshold. You don't want your accountants wasting time capitalizing a $50 stapler. You need a rule that says, for example, anything under $5,000 is an expense. This keeps your asset register clean. Second, you need an approval matrix. A manager might be able to sign off on $10,000, but a new factory line for $1 million should require board approval. This prevents unauthorized large spending. Now look at the right side. This is the golden rule of internal control, segregation of duties. The person who requests the asset cannot be the same person who approves it. And crucially, neither of them should be the person who receives it at the dock. If one person can request, approve, and receive, they can easily buy a laptop for their personal use and hide it in the company expenses. Segregation breaks that chain. Phase 2 is onboarding. This is where most companies fail. The rule is, tag immediately. Do not let a new machine move to the factory floor until it has a barcode sticker. Once it enters the building, it gets lost. We want to avoid ghost assets. Assets that are on the floor but not in the books, or assets we paid for but never actually received. When we record the asset in the register, we need specific data. Of course, we need the serial number and location. But for IAS 16 compliance, the most critical field is the component breakdown. As we discussed in the airline example, you cannot just record one truck. You might need to record truck body and truck tires separately if they have different useful lives. If you don't capture this data now on day 1, your depreciation will be wrong for years. Once the asset is in use, we enter the manage and verify phases. Depreciation is not a set-and-forget process. You must perform annual reviews. Ask yourself, we said this machine would last 5 years. It's year 6, and it's running perfectly. If that happens, our estimate was wrong, and our past profits were too low. We need to adjust the life remaining. We also send questionnaires to operations to check for impairment. Is any machine sitting idle? Is anything broken? We need to capture that value loss immediately. Finally, the audit phase, the physical count. We perform a 2-way test to be sure. Floor to sheet. I walk onto the factory floor, see a machine, and try to find it in the list. This tests completeness. Did we miss recording anything? Sheet to floor. I pick an item from the list and go try to find it. This tests existence. Is the asset actually there, or was it stolen? You need to do both to be secure. Implementing these controls takes time, but it saves significant headaches during audit season and protects the company's bottom line. If you are a student trying to understand audit cycles or a business owner looking to tighten up your controls, I can help. I offer specialized consulting and tutoring on these topics. Please feel free to reach out to me via the link on the screen. Thank you for your time, and I hope you found this practical guide useful.